It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
On 3rd down, Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Dobbins. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
The Cowboys at 4 and 6 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play here for Dallas.
55 yards.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run left with Pollard. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Here's Jackson.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
red zone now. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and in for the Ravens touchdown.
Cooper Kupp,
His 11th touchdown of the year.
and the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A first down throw for Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 35 yards.
And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But You're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
To throw again is Jackson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
J.K. Dobbins.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They go play action with Jackson.
Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. It just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson got his man there. It's Wallace complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the
18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Tylan Wallace there to make the grab, and they're able to add on to their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 2, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Prescott to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Pollard trying to run inside, but nothing there. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw is Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Play action. It's Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. To throw, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Prescott. That's complete to Lamb. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's going to let it fly. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 57 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing now is Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Dak. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense. Their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is.